Hey guys, and welcome back to Dark Souls, the challenge of completing the game in a certain time limit. It's a pretty simple time limit, rather. I just need to complete the game before Dark Souls 2 comes out. So, a lot of people are saying, you need to do this quicker, or go this way, it's a shortcut. I don't want to skip anything, guys. I don't want to skip anything at all. I just want to complete the game in its entirety before Dark Souls 2 comes out, and I'm on track for time, so there's no need to panic or worry, okay? So I'm just throwing that out there. So this episode I'm gonna try and make very focused on lore because I'm really interested in it, and I've actually like looked it up and tried to like keep up with it a little bit better than what I have been doing. So we're gonna be talking about lore quite a lot. So starting off with should I? Yeah, I don't know where to begin. Maybe I should begin at the beginning. And this is my knowledge of the lore so far. Throwing it out there, what I've understood, and some things that I've read and heard and talked to, like discussed with Gubiak and stuff. So this could not be 100% right. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there now. And I'm not actually going to go that way. I'm going to go around here and try this different path. I remember there was some loot down here and a bunch of enemies that I struggled with. There's a dragon head there. Yeah, look, the loot's down there, but how do we get down there? Well, let's go through this door. So these are Silver Knights. I've been calling them Black Knights, so my knowledge of it is pretty... Oh wow, I got Silver Knight as well. My knowledge is pretty stunted because it's been so long since I've learned about this stuff. But let me explain. A Silver Knight is a knight of Gwyn. Gwyn is one of the four lords, four lords, the four gods, four lord souls, right? Alright, God, I say that and I'm like, okay, now I've got to back up and talk about this. And then I say one thing and I'm like, no, that's too far, I've got to talk about this now. Okay, maybe we should start at the beginning. Okay, right, here we go. Here we go. Gwyn is one of the four holders of the Lord Souls, right? So there was the ancient time, which is when dragons existed and dragons ruled, and they were said to be immortal because they used something. I can't remember the name of it, but it was like this one power to make them immortal. It was like the crystal something or other. I know, descriptive, right? Let's deal with the archer first. So yeah, they used that to stay alive, and they kind of just sort of were, you know, the leaders of the world that no one could oppose them. They were immortal. So what Gwyn did, what's her name? This is the problem with talking about lore, is when you forget like main characters' names, it's kind of awkward. So we're just gonna go with the mother. No, because she's not the mother of pyromancy. God, it's such a hard thing to talk about. Let me just like gather my thoughts. Okay, right. So this one power controlled by the dragons, and there is 3 people or 3 factions that decided to fight them and try and take the power for their own. That was Gwyn. We're in his city right now. Gwyn. He's the first guy with lightning powers and stuff. Sunlight and all that. This is his city. And then there's Nito, which is death, essentially. He is the first of the undead, basically. The first of the dead people or whatever. Which means... well, people say that means he's the first person to ever die. But other people say that it's just that he's like the chief of the undead, like the leader of the undead. I prefer to go with the leader of undead. I think that makes more sense to me anyway. Right, so we're in this dragon room and there's some loot here. Let's just clear it up. So yeah, that's what I think about Nito. So he's someone who did that, and he was like undead necro sorceries and stuff. You know, that kind of person. Let's kill this guy. Nice. So that was Nito. That's one of the 4, and then there's Gwyn, so that's 2 of the 4, and then there was the mother of like sorceries. Let's say that's what we're gonna say, like magic and stuff. I can't remember her actual name though. It's like crystal or something, you know, I can't remember the actual name of it. But yeah, so there's those 3, and then there was the 4th of the Lord Vessels. So this is the Silver Knight armor. It's pretty cool. Looks really cool. I'll put it on just to show you it. It looks cool, doesn't it? I quite like it. Heavy rolls still though, but it's nowhere near as strong, obviously, as the thick Havel armor. So there's this one power controlled by the dragons that makes them immortal. These 3 factions fight. So there's Nito, the undead. There's Sorcery. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. And there's also Gwyn, who was like sunlight, and you know he used lightning bolts of lightning as his main weapon. And they fought the dragons. And thanks to a betrayer who was allied with Gwyn, Sif the Scaleless, another dragon, he betrayed the dragons, and the dragons mostly were killed and mostly wiped out. And this power was split into 4. So one Lord Vessel was given, one Lord Sword was given to Nito, the undead. One was given to the Mother of Sorcery, or whatever her name was. One was given to Gwyn. And another was given to the Pygmy, which was actual humans. So you know, like at the start of the game, undeads, like those really weak undeads, that are just like really thin and gross. And right now, that form is what Hollow is. Like, you know, when you're completely empty, when you've got no reason to exist, when you're like grossly thin and like, you know, what's the word? What's the politically correct way to say it? Jesus, I just got hit. Better focus. Right, I'm going to focus. I thought the way to say it while I was fighting this guy's crotch, and it's that they look starved. They just have nothing. They're very thin. That's what humanity was originally. Like, that's just what they were, which is obviously pretty messed up. But they got given one of the 4, like, fragments of the Lord Souls, and they split it. They split it so much, it was so fragmented, that it was split out across all of the humans, and it became known as humanity. You know, the Dark Soul, the Dark Sign, that's what we got. So that's why we can come back. We technically all have the power of the so-called gods, like Gwyn, like Nito, and like the Mother of Magic. I keep calling her that. I know that's not her name. I'm sorry, I can't remember her actual name. We nearly got this guy. He's quite low. Damn it, you had to jump. Oh my god, he just hit me with a double attack. Oh, it's only a short walk, I can keep talking. So yeah, it was split up and it became known as humanity. That's what gave us humanity. That's why we're no longer like gross and thin and stuff. That's humans became what they are. So that's just how they are, And it's split up. So this Lord Vessel power can actually be split up. So yeah, it was split up. Now these powers can be split up. It can be just be given out to lots of different people. But Nito kept all of his power. In the end, Gwyn's given out his power, and the power of the sorcery was kind of split to her daughters, or at least it was 6 daughters and 1 son, or it was 7 daughters and like 1 son. And these were like the daughters of magic. So one of them became the mother of pyromancy, who brought pyromancy magic. One of them was Quelag, the spider boss we saw. One of them was the, I can't remember her name, but the fair lady, who was like the white dying spider. That was another one. But they became mutants, essentially, is the best way to say it, over time. And it's a shame, really. Now to fight this again. Hey! That was a tough fight. 2 Demon Titanite. It's like an altar room. But yes, continuing on. So, yeah, there is split. Those are the splittings, basically. Gravelord Nito did give some of his power, I'm pretty sure, to his followers to teach them, like, Gravelord's powers and shit. I can't remember the actual name for it, but there's like there's a covenant to follow for that. And they're not actual gods. They're just like giants. They're different giants who were given these powers. Based on taking it as their own. Like, they were never gifted it or anything. They took it from the dragons who originally had it. So that's how it was all split up. And then that made the Age of Fire, so it ended the Dragon Age. Oh man. I don't want to die here. I'm so close. Guys, can you back off? I just wanted to open the gate. Alright, relax. Just talking about some law here. And opening this gate right here, bitches. You can't stop me. I'm already here. I did it. Gate's open. What are you gonna do? Can't do nothing. Got him. Thank God for that. These ones are really tough. And we have our next boss fight right there, in there. But there's a few things that we need to deal with first. And one of the obvious ones is to unlock a side passage so that it's easier to get here past, you know, going through the main gate. There's a familiar sound. The sounds of hammer on anvil. There's some sort of blacksmith or monster, according to this. It's the giant blacksmith. Look at him. He's huge. He's crazy huge, scarily huge.
Who are you? Forge your weapons?
Yes, thank you. So he sells quite a lot of useful stuff, but I gotta leave him. I'll be back, but can you just let me get to this chest here, friend? I know it's awkwardly placed, and I don't want to get in your way. Sorry about your armor and stuff. Sorry, just coming through. Sorry. Thanks, thank you. Just wanted to see what was in the chest. It was a hawk ring, and the hawk ring does this. Extends bow range. Well, that's good. Alright, now we have unlocked this shortcut. Very useful. Yeah, don't use your wings. Fall to your death for some reason. This Age of Fire happened where Gwyn was a god because of the power that he took. Nito was a god, you know, that kind of stuff. And during that time, other people tried to steal their power. Havel was one of them. Havel was a bishop, and he was also part of a revolution, or it seems anyway, at least it points towards that. Some of the certain things that we've learned. You know, a famous revolutionist was called Havel, for example. And he had an occult club in his stash, if you remember. He had one in his stash. And those are only used for hunting or killing gods. And Havel had one. So there you go. Landed on that spike there, awkward. There it is, got the great bow, be cool, be useful. I don't remember how to get out of it. Oh, right, you just sort of walk out, okay. Parkour! Parkour! Ah. Right, so we're on the way to the bonfire to get 10 heals and then go face the boss, or bosses rather. So we can talk about some stuff while we're on our way. So, now that we've talked about the Lord Vessels, and how that main one soul that was split into 4 and given to 4 different types of things, and we're one of them. We're the dark sign. We actually have it there. And it's split up into so many different forms, like tiny fragments of it. So it becomes way less powerful, ultimately, which is why humans are still, like, pretty weak. But still, you know, able to come back to life constantly. So there's Nito that is there to deal with. There's Gwyn, and there's the Mother of Sorcery. I wish I could remember her name. And she is also mutated, like some of her daughters, like, you know, the spider problem, but in a different way. And it's kind of important to talk about where demons came from. So during this Age of Fire, eventually all things come to an end, right? That's just the whole theory. That's just how the whole world works. All things eventually come to an end. So the Age of Fire started to come to an end, and that meant panic. So they're trying to find a way to keep it going, to keep life going, and keep it from being, you know, keep the fire from it running out. Right here, here's a fire. So there were measures taken to prolong the fire. So let's talk about the different things that people did. So the first thing that people did was create a chaos flame, and that was the Mother of Magic. Still can't remember her name. And she basically tried to use some of her own power, some souls and stuff, to make an everlasting flame, a new flame that wouldn't go out, or at least would last a little while. And she ended up making the Chaos Flame, which really fucked with her. So it's like mutated her, deformed her, and turned her into a demon, pretty much. And she brought on the demons, like all demons. And that is pretty fucked up. And that happened really deep in the earth, really underneath in the demon world, or the land of the demons, rather than demon world. And, yeah, so that's where that spawned. Gwyn went and fought the demons with his army, so his Silver Knights. And, some of them ended up fighting the demons and becoming charred black by it. And those are known as the Black Knights. That's why I said the Black Knights are demon hunters. The Black Knights are demon hunters. Those are the people who were demon hunters. But they're not originally Black Knights. They're not known as Black Knights originally. They're Silver Knights, the Silver Knights of Gwyn, basically. And that's why there's still some Silver Knights here. Because here, they're protecting something. And I'll go into that a little bit more soon. But first, we have to get past 2 people. And then another 2 people, and then 2 people after that. Here's the first 2 people. Alright, first 2 people dead. So while we're moving in, let's talk about knights. What are you doing there, buddy? We'll talk about some knights. So Gwyn, the one with the Lord Vessel, Lord Sol, who used it for sunlight and, you know, lightning powers and shit. He is, I guess, well, one that used it mostly for his people. Still became a god himself and stuff. Still has all those powers. But, you know, he used it a lot for his people rather than on himself. Like someone like Nito, the undead Grave Lord. He used a lot of it for himself. Which is, you know, to be, expected. Oh, hang on. No. I just need you to attack, like, in a slow manner. And then, like, put your shield down. No, not good enough. That's Wrath of the Gods, right? Supposed to be able to use that at one point. Okay. It's not good enough. I suppose that'll do. I can hit you there, at least. Do you want to heal up while I'm right next to you so I can kill you? Ow. I guess not. Got you. So he had 4 knights, like 4 main knights. One of them's called Ornstein. He was a dragon hunter. He could kill dragons from like the ground. He's like able to fly essentially. It's insane. You got another one who is what's his name? Artorius. He was the wolf of the group. Oh god, I can't deal with this guy while there's an archer firing at me, so I'm gonna go deal with the archer first. So yeah, 4 different knights. Artorius, the wolf, the flying dragon killer, Ornstein, another dragon killer, I can't remember his full name, but he's like something Hawk or Hawkeye, I think it's Hawk. And then there was a 4th knight, who I can't remember the specific name of, but they're like way less known, and they used a dagger, I believe. They were like a stealthy knight or whatever. And there was going to be another knight. His name was Smough. He was the executioner of the land, but he became so obsessed with killing and executions that he started to eat the bones of those he executed, which meant that he couldn't become knight status because it was wrong. And 2 people have stayed in the city. One of them's Ornstein the knight, and the other is Smough, the one who eats the bones of those he executes. And that's Smough right there. And there's Ornstein. There we go. So the thin one, the small one's the Dragon Hunter, the True Knight, and obviously the big one's the Executioner, for obvious reasons. I'm not sure I can block his attacks, but I definitely can deal with this guy's. If I could hit him, that is. Now what I'm going to have to do is keep you in my vision at all times, and try and 1v1 Ornstein, is the plan I'm going to go with. Damn it, Smough, you bastard. Stop doing your charge attack. I want to fight Ornstein, not you. You're irrelevant. You're not part of this. Ugh. Come get me. Come get me. Is there a wall here? Yes, there is. Okay. Alright, Ornstein's on half health. We got this. Only use one heal, right? No, come at me, come at me. I need you to come at me. Come on. Fine, I'll just heal in front of you. Oh, I missed my power attack. Alright, here we go. Bring it on, bitch! Oh, okay, you brought it. Oh, dude. Oh, no! I was just like, oh, dude, I've actually got him. And then Ornstein, and then Smough's just like, nah, bro, got you covered. So this is, I guess, is a good thinking time, really. So there was the fire that was running out, which is where we are now, right? The fire's running out. Gwyn sacrificed himself and gave his power to his knights and his, you know, his family. So there's Gwyneth, I think it is, or Gwyneth here, which is his daughter, which is the god of fertility. Now we have the son, who is the dark sun in both senses of the word, because he had an affinity towards the moon, which is magic and dark magic, rather than the sun, which, you know, some fathers might cast him out. Instead, what he did was raise him as a daughter instead of a son, because it makes more sense that way, apparently. I guess girls have more of an affinity to the moon in Dark Souls, I guess, is the reasoning behind it. Right, let's see if we can pull one of them to both, you know? Come on. I can see you're interested. Come on, there you go. So yeah, that's two of them. And then there's another one, the firstborn son, who is the son of war. And no one actually 100% knows his identity, but there is a, you know, a fan understanding, an agreement that we think it's, I don't know whether I should tell you now. Whatever, you know, you've seen him. There's an agreement between people on, you know, the guessing of the lore and what certain links mean. Is Mr. Sunbro. That's right. The first guy that we met was nice to us, that gave us the white soapstone. People think Solaire is Gwyn's firstborn son, come back as an undead, to sort of regain his honor. Basically, he did something wrong. I can't remember what it was, but he was cast out and banned from Anor Londo. And I think he's trying to regain his honor, his Solaire. That's where he is at as a person. Surprise attack! ×2! Yes! Insta-kill. That's what we're talking about. Nice. Now we just have to stealth and take out this archer. Try not to use any healing. And try our boss fight again. So yeah, God, the lore is absolutely amazing in this game. There's so much of it. It's all so interesting. So cool. Fuck your halberd. So Gwyn gave his power to his you know, his children and his knights, basically, and left them to sort of do the good work and try and achieve something. And he sacrificed himself to... Oh man, you are just doing that same move over and over. Oh my god, you actually just killed me? I just lost all my souls because you just spammed... Oh my god, he just used the same move over and over. That's never happened before. I just expected him to try and attack me, so I just thought I'd finish him, and I couldn't hit him. Oh my god, I suck. Well, at least we get one more try at this lore thing. So yeah, so Gwyn sacrificed himself and used his own soul after giving his Lord Vessel and power to his children and his knights. He gave them pretty much a lot of the power that he had, and then used the remains of his soul as an ember to keep the fire going. But it's running out. And that's where we are right now. That's what's happened with Gwyn. So technically Gwyn's dead, but he's somewhere trying to keep the fire alive, essentially. That's the backstory on him. Now, Nito, he's off doing his own thing, just chilling out somewhere, and he's basically training other people to be Grave Lords. That's his covenant, and he's trying to keep his necromancy going. So people are studying under him. And then you've got the magic woman who is a demon, who's unleashed demons on the world. So that's the demon lands going on down there somewhere deep under the ground. Demons are seeping out into the world. So that's the situation currently. And they've all equally fucked up. Ultimately, I guess Gravelord Nito's fucked up the least. Because he's not technically done anything wrong by his own standard. Like, all the things he does are really fucked up. Like, yeah, he's Necromancer. But technically, he's achieved the most out of all of them for his own goals. He's got what he wanted to get done. And it's funny, really. There's also Dark Wraiths who are trying to bring on the era of Dark. Like, the era of Fire is coming to an end, and they want to usher in the era of Dark sooner. So they're trying to gather the souls and destroy the Fire. So that's another faction that's going on right now. And that's just kind of where the world is right now. We are going to meet Gwyn's daughter, Gwyneth, and she's going to give us a task. Like, our whole goal, our whole journey here was to just sort of ring both bells and then get to Anor Londo and find out our destiny, find out what our mission is. And we're here, but there's these two bastards, the Smough and Ornstein, who are preventing us from making it to the person who's going to tell us what we need to do. Now, you're not killing me with the same attack again. Ah, you? No, okay, you are. You're killing us with that attack again. My mistake. Got you. Oh, thank God. Thank God for that. Alright, so yeah, we discussed lore this episode. It's been a cool, interesting episode. Now we just need to goddamn get through here. Get past these jerk-offs. I definitely believe that Gubiak was right in telling me that I'm going to struggle by being a heavy character in this fight. Because there's so much attacks coming. And it's so much easier just to dodge roll Smough rather than block what he attacks at you. Because the attacks are so heavy and strong that they just consume all your endurance. And then Ornstein just mops up. So, yeah, I definitely agree there. Dodge this. Yeah. It did, like, minuscule damage because you're, like, also lightning based. So I'm going to not do that again. I did it. I killed Ornstein. Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Alright. Speaking of eating the bones of the people he executes, he's crushing that up, eating him later, stealing his power. So now all I have to do is beat this guy. No biggie, right? It's a biggie when you're a fat guy like me. Isn't that just the sexiest armor of all? Like, Smough's armor. So sexy, right? It's not just me, right? Oh man, I only have 2 heals left. I didn't even realize. Oh, shit, I'm gonna think about that a little bit more. It's like fighting the Abyssal Demon, the first boss we faced in the Asylum. Oh god, that attack I really have to avoid, and I can't seem to. Okay, that attack is pretty nasty as well. Oh god. I tried to roll it on the fat build. I now have no heals left. I'm gonna have to use humanity to heal. Oh fuck you, don't spam that attack now that I can't, like, do anything about it. That'll do, that'll do! Go, go, go! How did that not kill him? What the hell blocked there? Oh god. Oh, that'll do, that'll do. There, one more, one more! Oh, what is stopping the damage? Fuck you! Yes! Oh. Oh. I did it. I did it. Oh, God. Smough and Ornstein. Second try, though, on a heavy build. I'm impressed with myself. I definitely find that easier when I can roll and dodge most of the attacks. But I suppose when you're able to block a lot of their damage, it helps too. Oh, Jesus Christ. We did it. We did it. So check it out. Here's Gwyn, the Lord Soul Holder. And then you've got his daughter, fertility. And then you've got the Son of War, who's missing, whose identity we do not know. And then also his Silver Knights everywhere. Very cool, very cool. Check this out, there's a tiny little thin elevator there, right? But how's Smough gonna use that? Smough's not gonna use that. It's too thin, it's too small, I can't fit on it. There's a giant one. Yep, that's awesome. Just little attention to detail like that, that's brilliant. Alright, we've done some leveling up. And let's go see what's behind this door. What the hell do we do now? We're here, but we don't know what to do.
Thou hast journeyed far and overcome much, chosen undead. Come hither, child. O chosen undead, I am Guinevere, daughter of Lord Gwyn and Queen of Sunlight. Since the day Father his wounded obscureth, I have awaited thee. I bequeath the Lord vessel to thee. And beseech thee, succeed Lord Gwyn, and inheriteth the fire of our world. Thou shalt endeth this eternal twilight, and avert further undead sacrifices. O chosen undead, thou hast, since the day Father once living, now undead, and a fitting heir to Father Gwyn thou art. O chosen undead, and beseech thee. A grave and arduous test of it, indeed. We had felt the warmth of fire, its radiance and the life it sustaineth. Without fire, all shall be a frigid and frightful dark. Now thou shalt go forth, chosen undead. May thou be one with the sunlight forevermore.
And there's our mission. She's given us this Lord Vessel, and we need to combine the power of the Lords together, and then use that soul that we've combined once more, and bring back an Age of Fire. So we need to collect the Lord Vessels, which means we need to go kill Nito, and we need to go kill the demon form of the Mother of Magic and Sorcery, and we need to find the remains of Gwyn and take the remains of his Lord Soul, using our own undead Lord Soul as well, and combine that, and again bring on an Age of Fire. That's now our goal. But there's something wrong with this whole area. Why are the Silver Knights so few? Why is there just a few of them? Like, there's an army of them. Why is this... Ultimately, it's just this palace area that's got people here. The entire rest of the city's, like, completely gone. Where are all the knights? Why is only her daughter here and so barely protected by by an executioner and one of the 4 knights? Where are the other knights? There's a lot of questions, and they'll be answered next time in Dark Souls. So thank you very much for watching. Praise the sun. Please leave a like if you enjoy this series, and comment and see what you want to see more. Okay, thank you very much for watching. If I have messed up the lore, which I'm sure I have, please leave a comment telling me how newbie I am and correcting my mistakes. And maybe we'll have a talk about the lore and stuff in the comments. It'd be cool. See you next time, guys.